Alright guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to get right into it today. We're going to start installing these 17 MOV scripts. Let's pull the, I always like to do the same thing. Let's pull up their website, 17 Movement. Let's go and get it going here. Here we go. Let's get you guys pulled down. While I'm doing this, guys, I ask that you could please like and comment on the video, please. That does help with the algorithm, and makes it to where we get our videos out to more people. That's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to grow the channel. You guys can just like and comment. You can subscribe if you want to keep following along, and with the new scripts and stream, slap the notification bell so you know what's going on. Alright, let's look at these scripts here. So they have a lot of multiplayer scripts. The ones we're going to work with today are, they have a builder job here, which basically is the one we're going to do today, the builder job. Now we do have 3 we're going to install. So we're going to install that one, the miner job, and the lumberjack. These are the 3 we're going to be installing. But they're really, really good high-end scripts. It basically, you start a job and you just build certain parts of it, and you work through the process of installing, building the house, putting in the windows, ceiling, I believe. Really, really good. So you install pipes, pour the concrete, erect walls around the construction site, and you weld various metals, install sinks, electrical switches, and more. Really, 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 really good scripting. I like these. They're really intuitive. They have a few. This is one of the ones I really like. The one I love the most, though, is the mining and the lumberjack that we're going to do. Those are really cool. Let's see. Alright. Now, again, I'll link 17 Movement in the description for all 3. So you just keep an eye out. In the next little bit, you'll see all 3 videos come up, one right after the other. So let's get after this one. Let's get back up to our main screen. Alright, so the job is right here. Let's get it unpacked. There it is. Pretty simple. Alright, now let's get back out of there. There's where we're going to put it at. So that saved us a lot. Let's look at the readmes. We always like to do that just in case there's anything crazy. Multiplayer jobs are basically drag and drop. If you're running the custom framework, remember to adjust your clothing system. I tell this to you about every job. If you do add custom clothing, you have to go in there and adjust that, because these do actually depend on those as a resource. So especially the mining one, it does require it, or you have to go in and turn it off. Alright, so let's check out the config. Alright, so in March of 2023, the jobs have passed a huge rework, and the UI has been changed. Set to false, to use old, no longer passport, no longer supported UI. We're going to leave that alone, because they have their own stuff in this one. This one gives you the option to split the reward. We don't want to do that. Let's see. Target. I like the E on this one. If you are different and you want the target system, you can turn it on. We don't want a job on this one, because then they have to get the job. You can do that. I mean, if you want to go to through the city hall, so what you can do is you can go in your QB and you go to city hall and you go to config. You can create these where it gives you jobs. So you have to go into your, first you got to create the job, but once you create the job, you can go in here and make it to where they can actually get the job. So you just add it in here, and it'll show up on the guy in City Hall that you can get your ID card and stuff from. It'll be on this guy right here. So you just add it here. Remember, keep the same setup on this. So just add it below it, and then what you do is you'll go to, before you can do it before or after, it doesn't matter. But you'll go to jobs, and you'll create a job for whatever it is that you want. So if you want a construction job, you just go in here, and you don't need a bunch of labels for it. Like for trucker, it's only got the one grade, so that's all you would need. So just copy that and paste it below here, and create you a job for construction. So you just put, for trucker, you would put construction, whatever the name, you could put construction worker there. Leave all the rest the same, and then make the name here the same as, I usually make these two the same, and this one's always lowercase. But yeah, create your job, and then you can add it into City Hall, and then you can add it in here if you want to go that far. You don't have to though. That just makes them have to go get it. Kind of like with the trucking jobs, they have to go get the trucking job in order to drive the trucks. So, alright, so same thing. Let's see, so required, if it's false, then only the host needs to have the job. So we're going to leave that as, because there's no required job, so it's not going to matter. Let's see. You can force one item to do the create items. We're not going to do that. Means that 1% of progress equals $100. So you can change that. So for every percent that they get $100, and then it's split between everyone who does it. Because these, the further you get, the more you make. And then if you quit early, you get a penalty. So you split the rewards. Basically, you're going to work your way down, and you can change what you want to change. Most of this stuff I just leave alone because it's already pretty much, ready to go. These are drag and drop. So items, if you want them to have an item, you may require them to have like a sledgehammer in their pocket, or a drill, or whatever you decide. And this is where you change your clothes. So if you have your own clothing pack, you go in and you figure out what they're going to wear. This is where you put it in at. And then this is if you have a different language. You don't need to mess with any of that. These are your job locations. If anything is in the wrong spot, maybe it's in the way of an MLO or something like that. Whatever the case may be, you can move it. That's all these are. These are your jobs. These are tasks. Basically, the rest of this is mostly just the job stuff. If something's in the way, beach house. There's like 4 different houses you build, and there's some repairs you do on the streets and things like that. There's all of that. Yep, that's all it is. Alright, so we're going to close this. Alright, so we're going to drag it back, and we're going to go back out of here. And we're going to go to our scripts and our jobs, and we're going to take this and put it in there. Alright, so that was installed. So let's jump down here. Again. Close that. Get over here. Okay. Again, guys, these are no edit videos, so look over me if I'm kind of multitasking here and there. I do have a few a few discords that I'm in, a few servers that I help develop and do some work for, so I'm always catching messages here and there. But again, all we ask is, again, if you could like, if you haven't done so, man, like, comment, subscribe if you want, hit that bell. Helps with the development of the channel and helps with those YouTube algorithms. Let's get back up on the screen. Let's get this started. Okay, let's get connected here. There it is. That's another thing we need to get changed to is our screen there. Probably need, I've got one of my admins has my old lock screen for this server when we had it before. Maybe we should get that one installed. Alright, let's get in here. Back on the street, there is, see how that does that? Okay. Alright, so. Alright, where does this guy start? I don't remember. There it is. Ta-da. Well, that was, now, okay. That'll never happen twice. Alright, so all we gotta do is step in the circle, hit B, and this is just where you start at. So what we're gonna do is, it tells you who the boss is. You can change the clothes. And it won't do it on me because I'm in a ped. It won't do it. But let's start the job. If you do a tutorial, it tells you how to do it. I'm not really going to worry about it because I'm not going to do the whole job. I'm just going to show that it's actually working. So, that's where you end your job at. Now there should be something on the map. Oh, there they are, see? There's all your locations. So you could do this one, puts all the locations on the map. So you just go to the location. I think they're all in the same spot. So 3 up through here. Let's see where they're at. Yeah, they're all in the same spot. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go to here. Hope it lets me teleport the truck. Okay. So here's where we're going for this one. So exactly where this truck goes. Okay, so not necessarily that job with the truck, so okay. Hit E. basically just keep moving right along. Let's see. I want to see something. Why is it walking off? Okay. Anyway, you're gonna keep building the walls, and then you're gonna have to fill the concrete in the slab here. But basically, that's the way the job works. You'll do different little projects, like over here. See, this is where you weld. You go over here. You weld. These are all welding spots over here. So you start welding. That's basically how it works, and that's that script. Pretty good, pretty easy. It's got a lot of little spots you can build houses. You pour concrete, you weld, you build walls, pipes. I mean, basically just building houses is what you do. And you'll get, once you get to 100%, you get the money and then you take the truck back. That's pretty much the simple gist of it. Pretty simple to do. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, for this particular script. Pretty simple drag and drop stuff. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. Always, like I said, like, comment to help share this, the channel, help it grow, helps with the YouTube algorithm. That's basically all we ask, is you guys just to like and comment. If you want to get involved, you want to see more, please join the Discord. Subscribe here, hit the notification bell so you see the videos and the streams. If you're interested in being a part of the podcast, please get into our Discord. No Filter Nation will be coming up on there pretty soon. And again, guys, thanks for hanging out with us, and I'll see you on the next one, where we'll continue on the 17 movement scripts, and then we'll work our way down that entire list. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great day.